Welcome back to the Wrestling Bubble. This is your NXT review. This is their go home show before Saturday's PLE, the Great American Bash, which will be held in Atlanta. I'm just going to ask the question. Will NXT Great American Bash be better than WWE Saturday night's main event? What do you think?
Yes. Yes. Honestly, I don't remember who's on Saturday night main event.
3 matches so far.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm thinking that Great American Bash will definitely be better than Saturday night's main event because Saturday night's main event has been a letdown time after time. So yeah, and NXT has proven that they can put on better PLEs than the main roster. I mean, you could argue with me on that one. But yeah. Let us know in the comment section below which pay-per-view you got. You think NXT is going to put on a better pay-per-view than the main roster? Comment below. And if you're new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. On this channel, we talk about all things pro wrestling. And we start off with our first match, Ricky Saints versus the Vanity Project with Ethan Page. It's a gauntlet match, so he has to go through each member of the Vanity Project. So he starts off versus Brad Taylor, and as he's going through various members of the Vanity Project, obviously he's getting whooped on, and he's just kind of persevering, overcoming. Ricky Saints ultimately walks away with the victory. How'd you feel about this match?
It was too predictable. I get, honestly, they should have did this match last week, to be honest. Like, have him do the gauntlet match last week and then probably lose. And then this week, he gets another chance and probably win. I don't know, but it was just too predictable. Like, you beat all three of them, with weird ways, like the little roll up pin and everything. So I wasn't really impressed with this match, to be honest.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. I felt like it was pretty predictable. I mean, obviously Ricky was gonna win. It's just how we get there. I do like the fact that they gave Vanity Project another opportunity, to be seen on NXT and whatnot. Bright future with that group. So yeah, moving on. We had Sol Ruka and Zarya. Fired up about competing in the women's tag team fatal 4-way match at Evolution
They
pay-per-view.
didn't deserve it.
Yeah.
How they gonna
what
be
team
in it?
does deserve it?
It should have been Easy Day and Tatum Paxley. They beat them.
Yeah.
Who doesn't matter how they beat them. At the end of the day, they beat them. But instead, they want to put Izzy Dane versus Sol Ruka, and I'm not even a fan of that match either because she might just end up losing too.
Don't know. We'll have to wait and see. We got various people showing up in the segment. Kalani Jordan, Laney Reed.
Oh Lord.
They basically talked themselves into a match later on. And we also see Jordynn Grace and a Blake Monroe segment where they're basically doing the same thing Sol Ruka and Zarya did earlier this year, where
and Ariana Grace and
you see
Gigi.
like the odd pairing,
Yeah.
the odd couple. You got Blake Monroe who's all glammed up, and then you have the muscle mommy Jordynn Grace. So Jordynn basically steps into Blake Monroe's world where she's all pampered and, getting the nails done, et cetera, right? So I guess they're trying to bond before they team up.
They're just trying to make Jordynn Grace more interesting, and she is still boring.
Yep. Too boring to continue to talk about. So
Exactly.
we have our second match with Charlie Dempsey with Ren Sinclair versus Tavion Heights. If Tavion Heights wins, he's out of the no catch quarter catch crew. Not because the name is stupid, but let me stop. Because he's been in there too long and he's trying to do bigger and better things on his own. So yeah, it was a decent match, both men can wrestle. But it really came down to Charlie Dempsey starting to fight a little dirty.
Man, he took the mask off. He started attacking the knee. It's like, okay, tell us you don't want him to leave without telling us you don't want him to leave. Yeah, they're gonna continue the storyline. It's also to get Tavion Heights more like reps in and more of a push too, so the crowd could be more behind. Because Miles Bourne, crowd was behind him quick. So I feel like with Tavion and then you have Charlie Dempsey showing some heel tactics would really help him.
All right, so ultimately, Ren Sinclair gets involved and she basically throws in a towel
Like,
on
who
behalf
asked
of
her to do that?
Tavion Heights while he was in submission hold
I feel like she's
from
in
Charlie
on it.
Dempsey. Of course. So we'll have to wait and see how that story plays out. I don't think it's over between these two. And I look forward to next week on NXT, see if they resolve the story. And we also got Hank and Tank. Basically, they're ready to run through the culling, and yeah, I mean, this is passable. And we also have Javon Evans back with Hank and Tank, and he's talking, they're getting all hyped and whatnot, right? And out of nowhere, Jasper Troy just blasts Javon Evans. It was nice. It was just like a little aggressive scene, just to kind of start off the night for these two. This will not be the last time you see
he attacked
Javon Evans
the whole
and Jasper Troy.
So even in the what was it, like the medical room, whatever they want to call it. I mean, they're just trying to give him more heat, and Javon Evans is the right person for him to attack. We also have the next match with Joe Hendry and Mike Santana. Man, he is super hype over there at NXT versus the High Rise. Let's start off. We both don't like their entrance. This whatever they're doing, and Joe Hendry and Mike Santana. Mike Santana is so over at NXT. I don't think he ever stepped in WWE. Have you ever? Or no?
I don't know if he has or not. I don't think so.
Yeah, but if his contract is ever up, I already know Shawn Michaels is gonna snatch him real quick. But honestly, I don't have no opinions about this match because I barely was watching it.
Yeah, I mean, I concur with Mike Santana. He's obviously a star in the making. He has a lot of potential. I would love to see someone like Mike Santana, as in like somebody who brings that intensity. He's very charismatic, creative, believable, and honestly cuts a really good promo. Something that's missing in the WWE right now. I mean, the dude's hungry, okay, and he wants championships. He wants to be the number one guy, etc. A lot of people in the WWE, they're just sitting on their hands. You got champions asking people to challenge them for a title, when naturally they should want a title. They should want to go after a title. So yeah, look forward to seeing if and when the WWE picks up Mike Santana. All right, so following this match, which Joe Hendry and Mike Santana won via pinfall, the Great Muta and Io Sky, as well as other wrestlers from like Noah and whatever, they had a little video package regarding OBA Femi and Inaumara's match for the Great American Bash. That actually looked pretty cool. Next, we got Dark State doing Dark State things, saying Dark State things, bragging about nothing. They ended up showing up on TNA and they attacked somebody.
Nobody cares.
All right, so we're going to move past that. We got OBA Femi and Yoshiki Inaumara.
This segment was great until Josh Briggs opened his mouth. Like, I don't know. Well, the crowd was booing him the whole time he was talking. So most likely, which we are predicting that he's going to cost Inaumara the NXT championship.
Yeah, I think so.
Based off of jealousy.
And that's how you get his old partner to come back. And
unless they got rid of him.
Yeah, I mean, they probably, at this point, I think they should, because he brings nothing to the table.
No excitement. Yeah, kicking him out of the calling was the best call that Izzy Dan could ever did for the calling. But I mean, you want to keep talking about this? I mean,
No, not at all.
not exactly. Josh Briggs, you had your 5 minutes of fame. Moving on from you, we have another match with Kalani Jordynn versus Lenny Reed. And I thought Lenny Reed was going to win because, for me, it would have been better for her to win. And then she's taunting and attacking Kalani Jordynn and just for Thea Hill to come out. But instead, they made her lose to Kalani Jordynn, I guess because she just got engaged. So they're trying to give her some type of gift. And then Lenny Reed had to get attacked and she lost to Kalani Jordynn. What the heck are we doing?
We're moving past this because there was really nothing here.
No, it was just an awkward segment the whole time. Next on NXT, we have Rizzo bringing the family back and a dinner table with Tony, Stats, and Luca.
Rizzo had the bright idea to bring the family back together for one last meeting on how to basically handle all this whole situation that's torn them all apart to where they don't trust each other, etc. So she set up a triple threat match between Luca, Stacks, and the Don so that they could finally settle this once and for all. But of course, before they leave, each member basically told each other how much they don't trust them. They better watch their back.
I hope this is not going to be another metaphor situation. That's all I could think about. But we don't want to put too much time into this segment. We also had Gasper Choice storming into the middle of the ring because he said he's basically done with Javon Evans and he wants to be in a triple threat match for the NXT Men's Championship. I'm still not a Gasper Choice fan. I really feel like they're trying to make him take the belt off of Oba.
I don't think so.
I hope
just
not.
Because he was about to say he's done with Javon Evans, basically going right back to the NXT title or whatever. But obviously, Javon Evans isn't done with him.
Mm-hmm.
So this keeps him from being on standby or in just some waiting position. This gives him something to do. This gives Javon Evans a David versus Goliath feud. To see how he would do against like bigger opponents and everything. Like I actually like this because it's just intense from the word go. And I don't know, like I look forward to seeing it just because like I like seeing Javon Evans as an underdog in a match. So I think they're gonna put on a banger.
And Javon Evans is gonna take the L.
I mean, maybe he will, but as long as it's a good story or whatever, I'm cool with it.
True.
Because wins and losses really don't matter in WWE.
And now Tatum Paxley has officially been welcomed home into the Calling. That group fits her very well. Not much to talk about because the next match we have Hank and Tank against the Calling for the WWE NXT Tag Team Championship. And boy, was I let down because I thought the Calling was going to pick up the win. No, they lost again. After a great little segment welcoming Tatum Paxley, and then I forgot the guy's name in the Calling, basically looking like Nico. Okay, looking like a pit bull, and they lost.
Yeah, Nico comes across as someone waiting to explode, like he's just kind of being held together by Sean Spears. So that's something to look out for. But yeah, not really much to say about that match. It was pretty basic match.
Yeah, they lost. I'm so sad. But we also have Ava coming out to announce the 6 women for the Battle Royal because she's the NXT Women's Division is stacked and how she's the first ever female general manager. I'm pretty sure Vicky Guerrero was the general manager, but
NXT.
If she's talking about NXT,
yeah, she's talking about NXT.
Yeah, the first ever female general manager, and she stinks at it, by the way. But hey, she's still here because she's the Rock's daughter. The women that she named for the Battle Royal, what Kalani Jordynn, Jada Parker, Lash Legend, whoever else she named, they are not winning the Battle Royal. They might as just hang it up. But when Stephanie Vaquer came out, she might not win either. Because who do you think the Battle Royal is going to be for? It better not be for Nikki Bella.
Honestly, I have no idea, and I can't say that I care. Anytime they like This is just another one of those matches where they just throw anybody in there just to get a couple people on the card, just to be on the card. So I really have no stake in the game when it comes to this match. No, I couldn't tell you who's gonna win, who's the final fatal four gonna be in that. No, I have no idea, and quite frankly, I don't care.
I don't think anybody cared because that crowd was quiet. And Zelina Vega, I see you at NXT. Honestly, she belongs down there because the main roster is not for her. She need to put a couple reps in.
I agree. So let's go down the match card for the Great American Bash. We have Ethan Page, the North American champ, versus Ricky Saints in a Falls Count Anywhere match for the WWE NXT North American Championship. We also have Jasper Troy versus Javon Evans. And we have Trick Williams, Joe Hendry, and Mike Santana for to do a TNA Slammiversary contract signing. We also have Sol Ruka with Zarya versus Izzy Dame with the culling for the WWE NXT Women's North American Championship. We also have Jordynn Grace and Blake Monroe facing Fatal Influence. OBA Femi versus Inaumara with Josh Briggs for the WWE NXT Championship. And that'll wrap it up for the Great American Bash. It already seems like a more interesting event, PLE, whatever, than Saturday night's main event. So I look forward to seeing how they stack up versus each other. Any final thoughts?
I have no final thoughts for the NXT review tonight. The Great American Bash, like you said, does sound like a little better than a Saturday night main event because I don't even remember the match cards. But this will conclude our NXT review. Like you said earlier, if you are new to the channel, make sure you like, subscribe. If you did watch NXT tonight, let us know in the comment section what do you think about NXT tonight. And also, are you looking forward to the Great American Bash, or are you more looking forward to Saturday night main event? This is the Wrestling Bubble, TWB.